All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a fortune that has just exploded to a level that's, well, it's hard to even wrap your head around it. We're talking about a number so big, it's rewriting the rules of wealth. So get this, by the end of 2025, Elon Musk's net worth hit a number that we've literally never seen before in human history. According to estimates, we're talking about something in the neighborhood of $749 billion. Just wow. So the big question is, right, how does one person's wealth even get this big? To figure that out, we've got to look past the flashy headlines. We need to get into the real machinery powering this thing. The companies, the valuations, the market events that all came together. So let's dive in. Okay, so this isn't just about him being number one on some list. By the end of 2025, he was richer than the next three biggest tech billionaires combined. We're talking Jeff Bezos, Larry Page, and Larry Ellison. It's not even a competition at this point. It's like he's playing a completely different game. All right, so let's deconstruct this. Where do these hundreds upon hundreds of billions actually come from? Is it like a Scrooge McDuck situation, a giant vault of cash? Nah, not even close. The real story is way more interesting and a lot more volatile. So look at this. The huge majority of this isn't cash. It's ownership in his companies. And what's really fascinating here is that by the end of 2025, his stake in SpaceX, a private company, had actually become the biggest single piece of his entire fortune, bigger than Tesla. And this is super important to get. You have to understand the difference between public and private value to really get his wealth. Tesla's value, that's public. You can watch it tick up and down on the stock market every single second. But SpaceX, that's private. Its value is set during these big investor deals, which is why you see these sudden massive jumps in his net worth out of nowhere. So what does net worth even mean in this context? Well, put simply, it's just an estimate. It's the on-paper value of all his company shares at any given moment. So if those company values drop, poof, so does his fortune. It's not cash in the bank. Now let's talk about how this all happened, because his fortune didn't just, grow, it absolutely skyrocketed. We're talking about one of the most insane periods of wealth creation ever seen. The years 2024 and 2025. What a ride. And this timeline just shows how wild it was. I mean, he actually lost the top spot for a bit at the start of 2024. But then he gets it back in May. And then, the end of 2025 is when things just go nuts. First, he crosses 500 billion. Then, boom, a new SpaceX valuation pushes him past 600 billion. And to top it all off, a court decision on his Tesla options adds another massive chunk, vaulting him over the $700 billion mark. Unbelievable. Let's just put that in perspective for a second. His wealth grew by more than $300 billion in 1 year, just 12 months. That's just a staggering amount of money, and it was all driven by a few key things hitting all at once. And that's the key takeaway here, right? This wasn't just one thing. It was a total perfect storm. You had Tesla stock hitting all-time highs, SpaceX's private value soaring, that huge stock option package getting restored by a court, and just this massive investor buzz around AI, electric vehicles, and space tech. Everything went right for him at the same time. Okay, so let's look a little closer at the two big engines driving this whole thing. The public giant, Tesla, and the private monster, SpaceX. These are the two pillars holding up this entire fortune. Right, so think of Tesla like a giant pie. Musk owns about a 12% slice. So every single day, as that pie gets bigger or smaller with the stock market, so does his slice. I mean, a 6% dip in the stock 1 month literally cost him about $15 billion on paper. That's how connected it is. And then you have SpaceX, which is a totally different animal. While Tesla's value is changing constantly, SpaceX's value makes these gigantic leaps all at once. Because it's not on the stock market, its value gets set when private investors put money in. So when they came in and said, hey, this is worth $800 billion, his personal stake pretty much doubled in value overnight. Just like that. And all of this, of course, has led to a ton of speculation about what's next for SpaceX. And the big one is an IPO, an initial public offering. That's when a private company finally goes public and anyone can buy its stock. Well, that speculation wasn't just talk for long. In late 2025, Musk himself went on social media and pretty much said, Yep, the reports are true, we're planning to go public. That sent shockwaves through the financial world, with everyone thinking it could happen as soon as 2026. So this is the billion, or rather trillion-dollar question that has Wall Street completely buzzing. What happens if SpaceX goes public at a valuation of, say, $1.5 trillion? An IPO that big would be absolutely historic. And for him, it would launch his personal wealth into a whole new dimension. To really, truly wrap our minds around this number, we have to put it into perspective. I mean, how does this fortune stack up against the other richest people in the world? Well, the gap has become just staggering. I mean, just look at this. The gap between Musk and the other titans of tech isn't a gap anymore. It's a canyon. His fortune, at around $749 billion, is more than 3 times what Jeff Bezos or Larry Ellison have. It's not even in the same league. Yeah, just let that sink in. It's not just that he's richer. His fortune is bigger than the next 3 wealthiest tech billionaires put together. We are talking about a level of financial separation from everybody else on the planet that we've just never seen before. He is, for now, in a league of his own. And this is why those billionaire lists from places like Forbes and Bloomberg are always changing. It's not a static number, it's a live scoreboard. They are tracking his public Tesla shares in real time, minute by minute, and then they update his private SpaceX stake whenever a big new investment round comes along and sets a new price. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? The most crucial thing to remember is that his wealth is in a pile of cash. It's a reflection of the market's belief, right now, in the future of his companies. It's a massive, constantly changing number that's tied almost completely to investor confidence. So he was the first person ever to blow past 700 billion, which leads to the next crazy question. Who's going to be the first trillionaire? With a SpaceX IPO potentially on the horizon, one that could value the company at over $1 trillion all by itself, the conversation has already started to shift. We're not just talking about billions anymore. We're talking about that once totally unthinkable milestone, $1 trillion fortune.
If you enjoyed the video, subscribe, turn on the bell, leave a comment, and share it with someone who might benefit. Thank you for your support.